Me too. I would rather do a toe feet than be separate with one of us walking around the mall for 6 hours a day. I would also rather deal with being a toe feet than being in a car for 11 hours a day. So. Mic's on. Oopsies. Welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for tonight's first game matchup, being up against the Winston-Salem Whalers, going up against the Guppies. Coming into tonight. Woo! Looking at the standings, leading things off are the Ducks. They come tonight 4-0. They've had 2 shutouts so far in the season. They sit with 8 points, a 4-point lead over second place, and that is currently a tie between Team Goldberg and the Guppies, who will be seen here in game number 1. Goldberg's squad through 4 games sits 2-2, while the Guppies trail in 1 game played, still sitting with the same number of wins with a 2-1 record, once again with 4 points. Polar Bears and Hamilton are right behind them, a tie for 4th. They both have 2 points, 1 win, 2 losses apiece, and then Golden Squad, the Firestorm, sitting in the last 0-3 so far in the season. So far in the season, they're one of 3 that's currently has a negative goal differential, being the lowest of all 3 by quite a margin here. Guppies one of those with a below 500 goal differential. They've scored 7 while giving up 12 for a -5 so far on the season. Hamilton sits just 1 under, 13 goals for, while giving up 14. Then the Golden Squad scored 5, given up 18 so far on the season. That's the most from any team on the season, as they've only played 3 games compared to the top 2, that being the Goldberg and Ducks. They've both played 4. Both of those teams are on a bye here this week, or tonight that is. The bottom 4 all trying to claw their way out of fighting distance, if you will, of the bottom. Everybody is at least 2 points apart from each other, except for the top. Golden with 0, Hamilton, Polar Bears at 2, and the Guppies and Goldberg with 4. So between 2nd and 6th, it's only a 2-game difference here going into week number 3, I believe, possibly starting week 4. As we take a look at the penalty minutes so far in this season, the current leader in that category are the Ducks. They have 28 on the season. Up next is Goldberg with 16. Guppies have 6, and the bottom 2, that being Polar Bears and Golden, still yet without 1. As for the Hamilton squad, although they currently sit near the bottom in points, as they only have 2, their 13 goals for put them currently 2nd in the league, 1 less game played than the Ducks. They currently sit 7 behind 1st and 1 above 3rd, as Team Goldberg has played 4 games, scoring 12 goals. Taking a look at some of the key players to watch out here for tonight for both sides between the Whalers and Guppies. The netminders tonight will be Jack Dodd, comes in tonight 1-2, 14 goals against for a .467 goal against average. And on the other side for the Guppies, it will be Jim Aiello, 2-1 record, 12 goals against for a 4 flat goal against average. And some of your key players to be aware of here tonight, starting out with the Whalers. Leading point scorer on the team, number 10, Spencer Claus, has 3 goals, 2 assists for 5 points. Ethan Karp has 2 goals and assists for 3 points. Koichi Takara, that is, has a goal and 2 assists for 3 points. And then Ben Hauser, unsure of his number, hopefully we'll see him here tonight. 2 goals and an assist for 3 points. As for the Guppies, leading point scorer is Mark Riccardi, a goal, 2 assists for 3. And Brian Elrod has 2 goals, for his 2 points. We'll take a quick timeout here, just a couple more minutes here on the last Am, and we got a 5-minute warm-up here in the clock. So we'll get back here close to the start of puck drop here with inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Welcome back inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena for tonight's first game matchup up against the Whalers and the Guppies. The Whalers coming tonight, they sit 1-2, tied for 4th place. They have 2 points on the season. They'll be in green starting from the left side of your screen. They'll be going right in period number 1. The Guppies will be in the light blue sweaters. They'll be going right to left. Under 1 minute to go here in warmups, and we will get set to get started. The Guppies tonight 2-1 to 4 points. That is a tie for second, only behind the Ducks, who currently sit 4-0. Hamilton's currently played 3 games thus far. This will be their 4th game. That will put them in a tie-in game side with the Ducks and Goldberg. A win here for Hamilton. Apologies for the Guppies, that is. Woo! Will be their 4th game play, tying them with Goldberg and the Ducks, and have a chance to put the Guppies above the Goldberg squad in sole possession of 2nd place. If the Whalers come away with a win, that will also put them 4 games on the season, give them 2 wins, and put them in a 3-way tie for 2nd place. 5 seconds to go, and we'll get set to get things started here in game number 1 of the night. Game number 2 will be between the Polar Bears and the Firestorm. We got 20 minutes up on the board here, as we are just moments away from opening puck drop here inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. A much needed win here from both sides would be huge. As for the Guppies, trying to get sole possession of 2nd place. As for the Whalers, they're trying to make it a 3-way tie for that 2nd spot. A loss here from both sides would also end up hurting both sides, making the Guppies 2-2, which would keep them that'd be tied with Goldberg through 4 games played. As for the other side, of the Whalers end up coming away with a loss, that'll put them 1-3 with Golden Squad. The Firestorm still looking to get their first one, a chance to do that here in the next couple of hours here, just after the completion of this game 1 right here. Waiting on the netminders to get ready here. Once again, stand corrected. That is not going to be Dodd to the left. Forgot his name. All right, we got 20 minutes up on the board, and away we go. Set to take the draw will be 13-3 of Ryan Ray, that is, apologies. Able to win that draw back over for Ted Hamilton. Hamilton trying to clear it out, instead kept it at the point by Kilmer. Shot just got sent wide. Nearly a chance there right off the draw. I can't see. Going down to the ice, calling for an icing here is Jim Aiello. Will indeed get the whistle here. 40 seconds gone here in the first period. Still awaiting our first shot on goal here. Once again, the netminder to the left, that being for the Whalers, is not going to be Jack. That might be Brooke. Trying to keep it at the point there is Francom, and just able to, as it's a left for 22 of Favola, looking to get a 2nd goal of the season. Quick shot there is going to be covered up, as we're going to get another Whaler out to the ice. Arriving just a tad late here, just over a minute played, but it could be just in time for a shift as well, so we'll see if he stays out on the ice or not. Taking the draw, looks like it's going to be 11 of Charlie Schmidt. He has 2 assists so far in the season, looking to get goal number 1 of the night, as it's coming out to the point. First one to Limbicki, trying to fire a shot on as it comes over for Reinhardt. Holding in at the blue line, he'll decide to dump it down instead, trying to get it over to what appeared was 80 of blue. Apologies here. Don't have all the numbers here, but doing our best. Is that... Looks like we're going to have a tripping call here. Man down behind the boards. Are we going to stop the clock, or is it going to keep on rolling? Looks like we're going to keep going here as he gets up under his own wheel power. As that was 0-0 for the Whalers. I'm assuming Ben Hauser. Dropping it back to the point, trying to get a pass down the near side half boards. Just able to keep it in at the blue line was number 8 of Carp. Not able to hold it in as it escapes the blue line. 0-0 is able to pick it up for the Whalers. The Whalers are looking to get their second win of the season so far. The netminder they've had so far has given up 14 goals over those 3 games. As that's just going to be offsides from Carp. As we'll head back out to the neutral zone. We've had a lot of skaters here play over 10 years of hockey, still here in this lower league of hockey, just here having a lot of fun. One of those is Richard Vale, going to be number 64 of the Whalers. We'll see here, Richard Vale tonight is going to be wearing number 14, having possession of the puck back deep in his own defensive zone as he was trying to work it up for Carp. One of the things that Vale has told me here fairly lately is, I hadn't played in 20 years, but when I turned 30, my wife, who had been taking private skating lessons, surprised me with new gear and signed us up for an adult instructional league. She played 1 season and then quit. Probably one of the top moments in his career as a shot from Hawk gets saved by Aiello. Another shot by Hawk there, just about cleared out. As for Hawk, he's been playing for over 60 years from Toledo, and the helmet that he wears still to this day is from back in the 80s. I'd like to believe my first helmet was older than his, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a hand-me-down, and it was still fairly old, and I would not trust being hit up in the head. So far in the season for Hawk, still looking to get his first goal of the season, though he does have 1 point that comes from an assist. As the Guppies up the far side trying to get a centering feed, has Trask back on the back door. He's from Kernersville, and he's played lacrosse before. Trying to remind me of a Seth Crow, who is playing down in this lower league as well. I believe he's on the Ducks. His first season in the lower league was back in the very first season of the lower league, where he was a man to watch out for. Although he could not stop, he definitely lit up the score sheet. As for Trask, he's still going to get his first point of the season. Another man looking to get his first point of the season is Kilmer, who is trying to play the back check on number 7 of Ben Hauser. As for him, he's looking to get his first point as well as Ray working at forward, trying to get it right back over to Hauser. Hauser's played for 5 years. He has 3 kids and 10 pets. If I'm not mistaken, 2 dogs and I think 8 chickens. Down on the near side for Trask, just able to beat out the icing as it's down the corner. Trying to get it back over for Elrod. Played for 9 years from Tampa. Not a big hockey area, but he did play B/C hockey down in Kissimmee. As he says, well, as a scholar in the field of legal humanities. As here comes that scholar right down the near side, looking to get his 3rd goal of the season just out of his reach. And here comes Koichi. And number 7 of Hauser hitting the blue line shot, trying to send it through the 5-hole of Aiello as it heads up to the far side corner. Kilmer trying to work at it alongside Hawk. Out to the point for Ryan Ray and right back down for Hawk. The 60-year vet fires a shot that just misses wide. As it looks like 28. Unsure of who that is. Apologies here for the Whalers. As it's worked right back the other way for Ray. Ray, a New York Rangers fan from Merrick, New York. A much more of a familiar field of hockey, if you will. Definitely one of those northern states that has seen a lot of hockey success. As for Ryan Ray, he has 1 goal and 3 assists. Second in points for the Whalers so far in the season, as that's going to be gloved down by the netminder. He'll hold on to it with 12:40 to go here in the first. Taking the draw for the Guppies is going to be 22 of Joe Favola. Second year playing hockey, another New York native, as he's from Islip, that is, apologies. As it comes out for Hamilton, another New York native from Freeville. However, skates it as it will be picked up by a Guppy, trying to get a centering feed for 5 of Savannah Hall. Back down the corner, centering feed on the backdoor, nobody home, just out of the reach of the man in blue. As here comes Hamilton, works it forward. He has 1 goal in the season, just comes out of his reach, and Hamilton, apologies, Aiello will cover it up and negate another shot attempt from the crashing Hamilton. Puck's drop, trying to get a quick shot right off the draw was Charlie Schmidt, looking to get his first goal of the season. As for Charlie, he has a robotic leg, not something a lot of people would know about unless you're fairly close to him. But as you can see so far, has not seemed to negate him here on the ice. Backdoor shot, a little bit of a tic-tac-toe action, able to poke this one home, and just like that, it's 1-0 in favor of the Whalers. That goes to 0-0. I believe that's Ben Hauser. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely sure, as that happened right at the 11-minute mark of the first period. One nothing here. 11 minutes to go in the first. Ryan Ray is set to take the draw. As for the Whalers, they're trying to keep that pressure going. As for Aiello, he's trying to keep it going the other way. Guppies working up through the neutral zone. That's going to be offsides by a landslide. Just out of the reach is going to be, sorry here, trying to read the numbers, is 29 of Joshua Edwin. He does have a goal on the season. That's his only point thus far. Were able to get a stick on it, but couldn't hold on to it. It's Cotton Arrow trying to work it forward. Pinched right back the other way from the team in green. As trying to work it forward is 8 of Carp. Centering feed up high, trying to get it over for Ray, just out of his reach. So he'll backhand it back down low for Carp. Trying to work it around Cotton Arrow, leaves it for Ray, chopping it back behind the net. So far the 1 goal has gone in a tic-tac-toe fashion. Don't have much left. This is down in the corner, centering feed. Here's another chance for the Whalers, but that's going to be kept in as a clearing attempt from the Guppies. Couldn't escape the danger for now as it goes up top. Winds up and fires, but couldn't get anything on it. Ray just able to hold on the line. Tip out in front, and that's going to be covered up by Aiello. Cotton Arrow coming to clear it out if needed. Well, Aiello doesn't need the help here. 4-1 shots on goal so far in favor of the Whalers. Current 1-0 score is where we sit. That 1 goal coming in from the 0-0 at the 11-minute mark of the first. Had tic-tac-toe written all over it. Small one. It's not that bad. Shot from Hott gets blocked by Kilmer. So he'll take it right back the other way. Kilmer looking to get his first goal on the season as well. He's played football for 8 years, and you can tell he's not afraid to use those skills here on the ice. Elrod down low. The Tampa native. Once again, he has 1 goal on the season, I believe. 2 goals, that is. looking for his hat trick goal of the season and first one of the night. That's being gloved up by the netminder of the Whalers, holding on to it with 8 minutes to go here in the first. Pucks drop. Cleared down, guys. Foot race going with Takara. Just able to beat that foot race as Lembicki trying to work it out as here comes Kilmer. The Knoxville, North Carolina native. 2-on-2. Kilmer looking for his first goal of the season. Alongside that, just his first point. He's looked solid so far. As that shot will be gloved down by the netminder. And so he'll just toss it out to that far side ref. Another man coming back onto the ice. This is going to be 17 of blue, Chris Horn. He's had 2 points on the season, both of those coming from an assist. A Savannah, Georgia native. Played really good defense back in his last game as Aiello is able to play this into the near side corner. Back out for 0-0. He scored 1 goal so far in the night, trying to make that 2. Backhanded pass is going to be cleared out by Lembicki as that will be played off the near side half boards. As the Guppies are trying to get something going, as that's nearly intercepted by Hawk, and it is. In on sides, trying to drop it back for Hawk as well. As Elrod coming away with it. Plays it up high, trying to get it over for Kilmer. Instead, it's picked up by Hawk, working it forward. In on sides only for the moment, as it's cleared in deep from Schmidt. Kilmer trying to work it up the far side. Once again, picked back off, and right back the other way it goes. 82 of Lembicki. Up high has Kilmer down low, trying to get a drop feed. Here's a chance. That's going to go on net, but not enough juice to have much power on it. As a netminder will cover that one up. 6 minutes to go here in the first period. Both of these squads here have respectable amount of penalties so far in the season. 6 and 9 so far. Hamilton squad with 6, Guppies with 9. Those two are in the bottom half of the penalty minutes so far in the season. The Ducks have 28. Goldberg with 16. Polar Bears and Golden still looking to get their first one as that shot from Kilmer just about found its way in the back of the net. Nearly had a chance to hit that back post and go in. As that went just through the crease and right back the other way it goes. Drop feed, here's a chance, shot, save made by the netminder as it heads down to the near side corner. Hamilton trying to work it out as it's kept in at the blue line. Over for 11 of Francom, looking to get his second goal of the season. As it goes up for 22 of Favola. Once again, he has 1 goal this season. The 2-year... he's been playing for 2 seasons, that is. The New York native. As that's going to go back behind the net of Aiello. Down to the corner. Guppy's trying to ring it around the boards. Instead, they'll play it right here on the near side for the Whalers. Out top. Hall shot. Trying to tip it out in front. That's going to be covered up from Aiello. Hall nearly with an assist. That would have been her first point of the season. Here in game number 4. As for Will Cohen, wearing number 6 here tonight. One of the things he was telling me is he can recite 6 minutes of the 2022 Eastern Conference Final Game 6. To be fair, I don't think I could recite 1 minute of my favorite call from either hockey or baseball. I definitely know some famous broadcasting lines, but I don't think I could do off as Ryan Ray tries to poke one home as that goes off the back end of the net. A weird hop here, back over for Ray, not able to hold his stick on it. As 7 of Hauser. Can't hold it on either. Trying to work it out. Ray keeps it in at the blue line. Ray doing a great job here to keep it in the attacking zone. Not before it's knocked out from Trask. To the blue line. Dropping it back, trying to get it over for Olympic, the Missouri native. Ringing it down low for 12 of the Whalers. That's of Gary Kurth. Kurth looking to get his third point of the season so far, 1 goal and assist. As this will be played back by Olympic through the neutral zone, nearly turned over from Cottonero. As it's going to be played right back down this near side half boards, Olympic picking up the loose change. Here comes Ray having to wait to retouch back in on sides, chipping it up forward for Kurth. Ends up being picked up by 4 of Reinhardt and playing it back into the neutral zone. Zervale, the 1 point so far in the season, trying to increase that here. This 2-man, 1-man ends up falling down to the ice. That's Hauser. Olympic cross ice feed, able to get a stick to it. Ray applying the back check as they hit the blue line and on sides just barely as Cottonero coming away with it. Cottonero looking to get his first point of the season. Won't happen here as that's going to be caught by the netminder. Just like a catcher. Yeah, so this will keep us with a 1-0 game, 1:40 to go here in the first period. 6-5 shots on goal in favor of the Whalers. Not one goal coming in from the double zeros at the 11-minute mark of period number 1. Hawk backhands it around the back of the net. Guppies out to the point, skating in from the right circle, centering it right to the legs of Takara. As that's been kept in at the blue line just for a minute. Here comes Takara. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Centering feed, trying to get it to Ray just out of his reach. As we played right back the other way. Here comes Cottonero. Going to be a 2-on-3. Stopping up Cottonero from the far side circle. As he'll dump in deep. Has a man waiting on the back door. It's 29 of Edwin. It's got 1 goal so far in the season. Cottonero still away with it. Trying to drop it back to Kara, trying to clear it out. Gets the stick lifted right in front of the net. Cleared out. Here's a chance shot. Shoulder save made by the netminder. Playing it right back down into the corner. Shot gets tipped out in front from Cottonero. Battling at it with Hawk. Centers. Here's a chance just out of the reach as it will go back out into the neutral zone. Man hits the ice down low, able to get the turnover, but this might be played off sides. Just able to hold on and get back was Takara. Ray ends up flipping his stick. I believe that was friendly fire with number 7 of Hauser. That's going to go on stick of Aiello. With under 10 to go here in the first period, shots on goal are 6-7 in favor of the Whalers. Hawk thought about winding one up. Instead, we'll hold off. 1-0's your score after the first period.
Winston-Salem, North Carolina is a city with a rich history of reinventing itself. Here you can wine and dine back in time, or raise a glass to the future. Witness history in the making, or savor the present moment. That's why you'll love visiting Winston-Salem. Our past is present, our future is bright, and our city is yours to explore. Look forward. Travel back to Winston-Salem.
Welcome back here inside the Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Arena. Elrod set to take the draw for the Guppies as 20 minutes are up on the board and we are underway. So far a 1-0 lead here in favor of the Whalers. The Whalers looking to improve to 2-2 on the season. Guppies looking to go to 2-1. Apologies, they were looking to improve to 3-1 as both squads have played Ooh, apologies there. Down low, shot out in front, back out to the line, ends up over skating it, but they're able to hold on for the time being. Hall trying to work it out, as it's going to be a foot race going the other way. Will that be on the net of ALO, as it will be played down into the corner? Limbic trying to clear it as it's kept in by a green sweater of the Whalers. Limbic playing it off the near side boards, trying to get it over to 17 of the Whalers. That's, apologies, of the Guppies, that being Horn. Out down the near side, over for 4 of Claws. Up the far side, able to hold on to it. The one goal scorer so far, as his long shot will be covered up by Aiello right there in his gut. 18:30 to go here in the second. Shots on goal, 6-9 in favor of the Whalers. Face-off coming up to the glove-hand side of ALO. Set to take the draw is going to be Ryan Ray, as he's able to win this one back just out of the reach of Ethan Karp, I believe. That might be incorrect here, but according to my stat sheet, it is Karp. Drop back, here's Ray. Heading to blue line, able to get around 22. Of Favola as it comes up high, trying to deke around 14. Vale dropping it back to Kara, trying to keep it in. Shot gets blocked out in front, coming down for Jared Francom, back by the net, trying to work it out. Over for Ray. Chips it back behind the board. What? Yeah. Power. Back out to the neutral zone, intercepted by the Guppies back deep in their defensive zone. And direct hit off 22 of Favola as it comes back out to the neutral zone. A long shot there, just got sent wide. Guppies once again able to come away with it as their centering feed, able to get their connecting feed over to Favola. Heading to blue line, in on sides, 3-on-3, drops it back, trying to get a backdoor feed. Shot goes on the net, and that will be covered up. And hold on to their 16:30 to go in the first. As it's been just about 15 minutes since we've got our last goal. That's the only one so far in the night. That's coming from the 0-0 at the 11-minute mark of period number 1. A lot of the games so far this season has either been high scoring or very low scoring. As the most recent games, that being a 3-2 final and a 4-3 final back on Sunday, November 2nd. Those games being between the Guppies and Polar Bears, and then the Ducks and Goldberg squad. The longest blowout, if you will, was between Hamilton squad and the Firestorm. That was a 9-2 final back on Sunday, October 26th. The Firestorm still going to get their first win of the season. Now look to do that against the Polar Bears here tonight. Trying to ring it out. Hawk able to keep it in at the point, being pressured by Kilmer. As it works its way back down into the corner from 4 of Claws. Trying to get a centering feed right out in front of Aiello. And look who was there in front of the net. 0-0s. Trying to poke one home. That would have been his second goal in right at 14 minutes. Instead, Aiello able to keep this one out as it remains a 1-0 game. Up high, not able to keep it in the blue line as it races its way back down the other way. Just too far out of the reach for an icing. The netminder will toss it down length of the ice. Over for Jesse Nifong. The other referee here tonight, there in center ice, that is Steve Oakes. That's the father of Cody and Cully Oakes. Cody Oakes, previous player for the Carolina Thunderbirds before playing for the Blue Ridge Bobcats and the Motor City Rockers. Failed to report here. Probably retired. Another face-off here to the blocker side of a yellow. Able to win this one back where the Guppies. Olympic trying to clear it out. Will this one be another icing? It will not be, but Hamilton's the first one there to it. Playing it up high. Hamilton squad trying to clear it as that's going to go right on the netminder. He'll have to cover it up and flip it up to the referee. 13:20 to go here in the second. Right at 18 minutes since our last goal. Going back into our last game, that being on Sunday, between the Guppies and Polar Bears. One goal was scored in the first period, and that was at the 8:50 mark. Into the second, no score, no penalties. And into the third period, 4 goals scored, 1 for the Polar Bears, giving them their 2, and 3 straight from the Guppies. Hall gets a shot off, goes right off a body out in front. She'll try and fire in another one, as that's going to be picked up by 29 of Edwin. Out to the neutral zone. Cotton Arrow has it, hits the blind, trying to beat her on Hawk. Hamilton, that is. Woo! 0-0 is trying to clear it, as that's going to be played in offsides, is not. Regardless here, clear down length of ice. That will be an icing, so the faceoff will go back into the attacking zone here for the Guppies in the second period. 12:15 to go. Shots on goal, 10-9 in favor of the Whalers. Apologies here as I take a quick little snack break. Had Ray waiting on the back door alongside 12 of Kurth. Both of those looking to get their second goal of the season and first goal here tonight. Still sitting at a 1-0 game. That's where the Guppies are looking to get the equalizer here. It's Elrod looking to get his third goal of the season, that is. The New York native shot there from 17 of Horn, looking to get his first. Had a chance, but the netminder just able to put his glove under the sliding puck. Freezes at 10:30 to go in the second, as we have officially gone over a full period of play since our first and only goal so far of the night. Elrod set to take the draw up against Ryan Ray. Waiting for 7 to line up on sides. It's Hauser. Cleared down length of the ice. Will that go down for an icing? Olympic is going to have to play it in without an icing. Dakara racing after it. Got to stick to it with 17 of Horn. As it's going to have to be played up the far side. Takara got a skate to it, and out of play it went right into his own player's bench. So a face-off will come here into the neutral zone. Under 10 to go here in the second. puck's dropped up high, trying to work it out. Centering feed over for Ryan Ray, hitting the blue line. Trying to get around his man of Reinhardt. Ray with it. Shot blocked out in front by Lembic as it comes up for Reinhardt and cleared up the far side half boards, but not out. Nearly played in off sides, but won't matter. Here comes the Guppies, 2-on-1. Forward checking is Ryan Ray, and able to escape the danger for now, but kept in as it's gloved down. Trying to keep it in. 82 of Lembic. And that's as far as they'll get it. Here's a chance. You're fine. Here's a chance for Takara. Shoots, just sent it wide. He's had 1 goal in the season. Has a chance now for an assist. Did it go in? It did not. A yellow, just able to keep it out. And now here comes the 2-on-0 for the Guppies. Lembic, an alone shot, save, covered up by the netminder. Had Kilmer right there in front of the net. 2 grade A chances coming up from both sides. Has both netminders stand head over heels to keep it a 1-0 game. Shots on goal are tied at 12. What a series of events. Drops it back for Lembic, who almost had the equalizing goal. As for Lembic, that would have been his first goal this season as well. That coming from the Missouri native. Here's another chance here for Lembic as he hits the blue line, trying to get around Hawk, holding, dropping it back for Kilmer, looking for his first goal. Tipped out in front, just got sent wide. Backhanded shot goes off the body of the netminder. As here comes Lembic up to the far side corner, rings it around down low. Trying to chip it out, and out to the neutral zone it goes. As Francom trying to work it back the other way, nearly intercepted. And then a breakaway going back the other way for 7 of Hauser. Hauser's been playing for 5 years, so he knows what he's doing. A diving attempt there from Kilmer. He's still down, shot from 0-0, looking to get his 2nd goal of the night. Just missed that upstairs corner. Foot race going over, able to get around Hawk. Here's a shot, scores! One of the numbers that we don't have here tonight, as it's blanked on the jersey, finds the equalizer. 6:30 to go here in the second. Nearly 25 minutes of play without a goal there. Will not matter here as we're all tied up at 1 apiece. 6 minutes to go here in the second. If this format keeps on going, we won't see another goal here until late in period number 3. Backhand pass is going to be cleared out from the Guppies. That goes down linked to this for an icing. 5:40 to go in period number 2. Ray set the take to draw against Cotton Arrow, trying to clear it out as it comes out for Hall. Trying to play it to herself as it comes back out for Zeros. Back out for Hall, trying to get a shot on. That's going to be blocked out in front. Up to the far side it goes. Able to get the pass there was Claus. Over for the other 4 of Reinhardt. As Hill trying to clear it out, comes out for Cotton Arrow. Playing it away from Ryan Ray, but not from Hall. As it's worked right back the other way. Off the near side half boards. As they'll leave it for Cotton Arrow, having to get around Hamilton and Ryan Ray. Trying to get a centering feed. Ends up being a turnover from Hall. Cotton Arrow back down low, trying to get it over. Right back out in front. And that's going to be covered up from the netminder right there inside of the crease. I believe that was Horn going down with Cotton Arrow. Indeed not, as that was Edwin. A 1-1 score so far is where we sit. 4:18 to go in the second. Cottonero not able to win the drop back as it was Ryan Ray, as Ted Hamilton will take it back behind the net. Hamilton working for the New York native from Freeville, New York. His best moment so far in his career was getting a tying goal with 20 seconds left in the game. Not sure exactly which game that was, but we'll try and get some confirmation later on in the season. Narrow intercept from Cottonero, had a open net, but a diving play there from Takara negates a shot as we're going back the other way, 3-on-1. Good back check there from Limbic, even negates the shot as here comes 80 of Cottonero back the other way. Able to get a touch as Cottonero has it. Gets around his man. Has a man down. It's Limbic. Instead goes up high for the man in the black sweater. Shot gets sent wide from Limbic. That's Akara trying to work it out. He does. Here comes a foot race now the other way between Limbic and number 4 of Claus. Has Ray down low. Gives it to Ray. Here's a chance. Just got sent wide. Couldn't get the whole possession of the puck as it comes out to the point for 14 of Vale. Scored 1 goal in the season so far, and that was right there from the point. Had bodies out in front. As that's me kept in from Ray to Takara. But that's all she wrote as here comes Elrod. 2:35 to go here in the second. At the blue line. Skating in alone. Elrod trying to drop it back. Puck's just sitting in open ice. As it's going to be worked out from Vale going back the other way. Having to wait to retouch back in on sides there was Trask. As a car will leave it up top. Trying to deke it around his man is of Limbic. As Vale will work it forward. From the right side to the corner. Vale still with it. We'll play it back behind the net. Trying to race after 12 of Kurth. 1 goal and assist on the season so far. Leaves it for 8 of Carp. Puck still is back behind the net. Has Takara. Man at the front door. Shot gets blocked. Back over for Kurth. That's still fired up to the far side. Elrod chasing after alongside Takara. Elrod able to come away with it. Passing it down low for 17 of Horn. Shot sticked aside by the netminder. Horn, a Savannah, Georgia native, a Presbyterian minister. Once again, not able to use head power to his advantage here today. As Limbic shot gets covered up by the netminder. 1:18 to go here in the second. Coming up on 70 seconds here in period number 2. Once again, this will be the last period with live play-by-play, as I'll have to get ready for game number 2 for the Firestorm as we look to get win number 1 on the season. Quick shot there from Elrod goes into the crease and covered up from the netminder, so we'll have another face-off here between Elrod and the Whalers. Puck's drop, not able to get a quick shot off this one as it comes back to the far side, trying to get one there. Once again, Elrod, this one's going to be covered up with 37 to go. As 24 of Trask was looking to get his first goal of the season. The Kernersville native showing signs of being like Seth Crowell. Puck's dropped with 24 out to the point. Flyers got a tip out in front. Hawk trying to clear it out left for 11 of Schmidt. As that'll hit out the neutral zone. Trying to wait to retouch back in on sides. It's Elrod. 10 seconds from the blue line. Elrod still with it. Sharp angle chance right in front of the crease. Nobody home to poke it home. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that will do it. End of your second period. Score all knotted up 1 apiece. Gonna take a quick 1 minute break. And the stream will be back for period number 3.